So when, let's say you have 100, right?
Take out 100.
And then you take out 40,000.
Took out 20. Got $80,000 in there.
Yeah, and then doesn't mean you liquidate all your assets to get that 20 out, or you just loan the money from.
You just borrow the money.
Okay.
Yeah, you go into your human resource department, your payroll, or whoever does your accounting, right? You say, hey, I need a loan. This is how much do you want? They fill out like a one-page form. I want $20,000. You borrow it.
Okay. So they just hold your underlying assets as a collateral in case you don't pay back the loan?
Well, if you don't pay the loan back, no, they'll give you back your $80,000 if you walk away. The only difference now is that once you terminate service and you can't roll over that money somewhere else, then it's deemed a distribution. You're going to pay penalties on that.
So they have to pay the interest for the loans too, right?
Yeah.
You know how much interest that usually they will charge?
Oh, I don't know. Everybody's got a different interest rate. But they don't hold it as collateral though. Okay, because they don't care. All they're going to do is let the IRS know, this guy took $20,000 out, quit the company, can't pay us back, so it's deemed a distribution. The IRS comes after you and just give us 10% penalty tax and all the income tax on it.
Okay. So let's say, what if I have two 401ks account? Can I just roll over from the other account to pay for that loan?
You have two 401k plans, so one is at your job and you have one at another company. Can you take that money and roll it over here to pay back that? Yeah. Yeah. But you still got to pay back the loan.
Yeah. You have to pay the loan.
You owe the loan no matter what.
Yes.
Okay? Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure I heard you right. All annuities are single premium. There is no way to schedule out a longer term investment plan with an annuity. So it's not like, hey, we could do one this year, one next year.
Here's what most people do with the reason why most people don't put more money in every year is what my next thing was going to be about. So, here we go. Is something called a bonus. Okay? Annuity companies offer bonus money. And that bonus money can come up two ways. It can come up front, or it could be over 1 year. So you have to find out how they give you that money. Okay? The nice thing about upfront is usually this money compounds. So let me give you an example. Let's just say that the bonus was 8%. And we started off with $100,000. So if you put the money in here, how much do you get?
108.
Yeah, you get $108,000. And now during the year, if it earned 10%, you're now at 118. What is that? 108 times would be 118.8. You guys understand that?
Yes.
Whereas over the 1 year, basically you put $100,000, it earns 10% because it's the same interest, right? So you're at 110 plus, what do they give you at the end of the year?
8%.
They give you 8%, so that would be 8,000, so you're at 118.
Wait. They do 8% of the 100, not 8% of the 110.
No,
No.
exactly. You got it?
Yeah.
Yes.
So this 8% is based on what?
100.
This number. Whereas upfront money, the 8% is based on what? This number. You guys understand?
Yes.
Okay. Is this boring?
No.
You guys like this?
Yes.
Oh, you're sick. All right, you ready?
You need that from a little bit.
Yeah.
I'll write the last thing.
Yeah. So, let me give you, as we finalize this thing, I'm going to give you what I call my 7-point annuity close. 7 point. Okay? So when I go sit with my clients, you guys, I am not going over all this thing I just went over with you. All I wanted to do, number one, was to educate you so you know how annuities evolve, which came when, right? All that kind of stuff, and the evolution of annuities. Now, when you go and sit with your clients, you don't have to go through all that. You just go right here and you do this. So, number one. So the person says, oh, I have a 403B plan. And so right off the bat, now I know that I'm going to decide to put that money in a single premium deferred annuity. And by the way, I want to answer your question there real quick, Jared. The reason why most people do like different annuities is because in the second and third and fourth year is because they only get the bonus in the first year.
Yeah.
Do you guys understand this right here?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So let's say you put in $100,000 in year one, and I got my 8%.
Okay.
Second year I come back and I get another $100,000. I put in the same account.
Yeah.
I don't get a bonus on that money now.
Yeah.
So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to go open up another annuity somewhere else.
Okay. So you can do 5 equal distributions into 5 separate.
5
annuities.
separate annuities. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So you get that bonus every single time. Right?
Yep.
Yes.
Which to me is kind of stupid on the insurance people's side because they're losing business that way. You know what I mean? Yeah, they say, hey, every time you come in with new money, you keep on getting the bonus. Well, then I would keep on putting my money in the same account.
Cut their costs.
Right? Yeah, but I don't know why. I don't know. It has to do with pricing or whatever. Okay? Got it? All right, cool. Oh, you know, on a side note, people say that, you know what, before I do my 7 point, I want to go over expenses. You know how insurance companies say, or you'll see these people, they blog and they write articles and they say, oh, insurance companies are not good because they're really what?
Expensive.
Expensive. I would have to disagree with that. You know, and I disagree strongly about it. Okay? Because they say expenses, but they don't give the other side of what they're getting for the expense. You guys understand, right? Okay. So, when it comes to this, the first thing that you're going to have is something called an M&E fee. Okay? The M&E fee ranges anywhere between 0.5 to, let's say, 1.45%. That is what they call M&E. It's called mortality and expense. Okay? We refer to it as meals and entertainment. Because you ever notice these insurance companies are always coming out here, taking you out, buying you meals and all that kind of stuff? Okay? Hey, I want to take you to Mastro's, right? Well, where did that? Which consumer paid for that one? You know what I mean? That's what you guys got it? Yeah, that, just so you know, M&E is their profit. It's a big fancy word for what? Profit. Okay, at the end of the day. People are like, so they got M&E, which is their mortality. It has to do with their death and all that kind of stuff. No, it stands for profit. You know, what are they going to do? Okay, this is our profit. Which a lot of people will say, oh, it's only 0.5%. Yeah, no, it's 0.5 of the entire account balance.
So those bagels last week that he brought came from that.
Yeah. Yeah, you know those bagels you guys just had last week from Principal? Yeah, it came out of their M&E. Everybody's like, he's such a nice guy. He even brought cream cheese with it. Yeah. No, it's called M&E, okay? That's called profit. Then the next one is something called an admin fee. Okay? The admin fee is like 0.15 to 0.25%. Okay? And then there is something called a contract fee. And it's usually like $50 or 2% of the account balance, whichever is less. However, in certain circumstances, they say if the account balance is more than $1 million or more than a certain dollar amount, they waive the contract fee. You guys got it?
Yes.
Okay, so I mean it's $60 a year, it's not a big deal, right? Now, with variable annuities, annuities, okay? With variable annuities, there is the asset management fee. And that can range from like 0.25 to like 1.95%. Okay? But what the difference between the 0.25 to 1.95% depends on how the money is being invested. Okay, so if the investment is very like low, then it's very conservative, like a bond fund or something like that, it's going to be like 0.25. But if you're investing in some like a pro funds sector fund, like a biotechnology, then you're probably going to be up at like 175, 185. But just so you know, that management fee is the same fee most likely you would pay if you went direct to them. That's how they make their money. Everybody understand? All mutual funds have management fees. Okay? So it's not like they're only attacking the management fees of whatever. Okay? But, so someone will sit there and say, oh, well, you got 1.95%, 1.5% here. That's almost like pushing up that fee. It's like almost 4%, right? But if you went to a mutual fund, you'd pay 2% anyway. But then you have no downside protection. You put money in a regular mutual fund, you're going to pay what? Taxes every single year. You put money in a mutual fund, you have no downside protection, whereas here now, the other fee that you're going to pay are these rider fees. Okay? And these rider fees are that income benefit rider. You know that income rider? Okay, that like is usually somewhere between 0.15 and like 0.75%. Okay? So those are all the fees. But the question I have to ask myself is, yeah, I'm paying that fee, but you know, I don't mind paying that knowing that I'm going to get a 6, 7, or 8% growth on my money every single year, no matter what. That's like worst case scenario. You guys understand? So let me give you an example. So on, let's say $100,000, and if it was 0.15, I'd have to pay $150. Would you pay $150 to get a 6% growth on your asset every year?
Yes.
Would you pay $150 to get what? $6,000 guaranteed for your income every year? That's like a no-brainer. Okay? So that's why when I hear all these people, they blog about all the worst case things, like all the negative things, but they don't like say anything. What are you getting for that? You know, it's not like these annuity companies are ripping people off all day. Okay? By the way, there is an article that I would encourage you to I did it at the Wealth Bowl, and I don't remember where I put it, and somebody asked, oh, can I copy it? It's like at a BPM, can I borrow that article? I want to copy it. And I'm like, okay, here you go. And then they left, and my article never came back to me. You know what I mean? And so I don't remember who has it. Well, maybe Marla does, you know. But Ben Bernanke. You all know who Ben Bernanke is? Who's Ben Bernanke? He's the former Federal Reserve Chairman. 50% of his assets are in annuities. You guys got it? So if the Federal Reserve Chairman has 50% of his money in annuities, how bad can they really be? These stupid bloggers put on the internet all the time. Okay? All right, so let's go through.
Can you deduct those?
What?
Expenses and taxes?
No, that's just your fee. Okay? Okay, so here's my 7 point. You ready? Yes.
Just one quick question. So when you pay the asset management fee, are you still